ho.
We're live. Maybe. What does YouTube say, Nicole?
Question mark?
We're live.
It's been 84 years.
It's been so long.
It literally felt like 6 years had passed. Like, that's not even a joke. It does not feel like it's been 2 weeks, 3 weeks. How long has it been?
2 weeks.
That's it? No, 3 weeks. Because we went 2 Wednesdays without a live.
This would be week number 3. We are going to YouTube, so yay.
We're good.
So we are live.
Thank you, everybody, for watching my ads. Yes, okay. It's December 1st.
Is it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's supposed to be. It's the first day of Hoe-Athon.
Woohoo.
If you don't know what Hoe-Athon is, go and watch my announcement video. Not now. Don't leave. Later. It'll be there. It's fine. So yeah, and also we are discussing Beating the Rap by Julie and Lindsey. This is book number 3 in her Bonnie and Clyde mystery series. This is my favorite book so far, y'all.
Alicia's got notes this time. Nice.
Alicia's got notes. She's got Post-its. This is my favorite book.
It took me forever to transfer them from my Kindle to the physical book.
It happens.
Yeah. I have too many notes in my Kindle when I pre-read it because, like, literally any thought that I had in my head, I'm like, oh, this Kindle, it's easy. Let's highlight this.
Yeah.
I couldn't get it to like once you're done reading it on Goodreads, it wouldn't show my highlighted.
Is it your ARC?
Yeah, if it's your art copy, it won't do it.
No, it was the.
It was the actual book.
Know.
Very strange.
It was weird because every other one I've done on Kindle has worked before.
Yeah, very strange. I'm not sure.
I had like 117 highlights. And I can't put them all on
the whole book.
Yeah. Well, when I
was going to say it's not that long.
I sent my comments off to Julie, and so each book progressively gets a more higher percentage. It's like the first one was 8% of the book is now like you're wanting to export your highlights, and then the second book was here's 10%, and now I think I was up to like 12 this time. I'm just like, I just like a lot of things. I have a lot of random thoughts, and so it's just like
117 highlights, and it's only 12% of the book.
Yeah, the book is like, I mean, it's like 200 pages.
It's
only 20 pages of highlights.
It's 196 pages.
But I like literally. It's most of the time that I'm highlighting is when Mason is on the page with her, and I'm just like, "Will you two bang already?" And then they say something else, and I'm like, "Banging would help out right now." So
banging would help you. Banging would help you. I know. That's why this book is my favorite because their relationship.
Yeah, I like
progressive.
Yeah.
You know where like my heart literally was like pounding with excitement, but also breaking because it was just so like beautiful and sweet. It was when he was telling her, it was when he was telling her, it's just like, it's like, I need you to tell me, like, do I need to slow down? Because these are my intentions here. And then he's like almost getting ready to kiss her because she's not stopping him. And then her eyes fill with tears and she's like, I'm not ready yet. And I'm like, oh my God, but she might be. That's saying that she is going to try and she might be. And I was sobbing like a little bitch.
But they were adults about it. That's what I liked about it. They were adults about it. There was no like.
Right. There was there's no going back and
scene.
Forth.
Until she sees him with another mystery woman.
Exactly. Like she admitted out loud to people that she was attracted to Mason. Like she knew she was on her way. And, it's like like you said, they had an open and honest conversation about it. Unlike some people that we know in different series that we love, Everly and Grady, I'm looking at you. It's fine. Like, it just maybe like talk to each other.
Yeah.
You can't just show up in the last book and be like, hey, I loved you for years. Like, no, like, don't do that to me.
I want to experience the romance along the way. Come on. True.
He didn't go all that nice guy. No, he's like, he doesn't have to say he's a nice guy. He's legitimately a nice guy.
that lives in the wrong town.
Oh my God.
Oh my gosh, you missed your turn. We're in the wrong city.
I know, like he doesn't know like where he lives. He was just like, turn around, go back. He's like, you can turn on this street and go left. And he's like, oh, now you're gonna have to make a U-turn. Like she was getting so frustrated. Like he doesn't know where he lives.
Right.
And he's going. And he's like, you live here? The C word? I was like, oh my God, you guys. She's like ducking and she's like, you went to a Cromwell farmer's market? I'm eating Cromwell vegetables? I was like, it's not even that serious. Liz has 10 pages left in the book. Didn't find out who the killer was. I think I did. I think I was like, oh yeah, you're super suspicious.
Yeah, I called it.
How can you do so many lives? Honestly, I wonder that myself.
I don't do that many. I don't do as many as Nicole. I do half as many as Nicole. Maybe less than half. How many are you on, Nicole?
This is my 3rd live this week.
Yeah, this is my 1st one.
And how many do you have total this week?
4.
Cool. Okay,
yeah,
so this is only my 2nd this week, and one of them was kind of an impromptu one, so
you guys are impressive.
That's my defense.
One, I made him come because I tagged him in the post, so he had to be there.
That's what we got you to join these ones all the time. We're like, Aaron's reading this book. It's fine.
Reading this. Fine. He didn't sign up.
Like, I wasn't prepared to, but now I have to.
He didn't sign up on the Google Doc, but he'll be there. It's fine.
The last page is the best. He didn't even know
page
calendars were in.
Is the best.
Yeah.
Because
I want this calendar.
They have also, for Bonnie and Mason, they have agreed to take it slow. They are in an established relationship, and she initiated the kiss. She's like, I have something for you, but if you want it, you're gonna have to kiss me. And he's like, oh,
let's bake some pie.
He was pleasantly surprised, and he did not hesitate. He was like, yes, absolutely. And I love in the first line where he got the pie from the other whatever diner, and she's like, you could have came over here and had my pie. I'm like, could he, Bonnie? Could he?
Yes.
And she's like embarrassed. I'm like, you're so cute. I do one live show and I'm tired for a month. Honestly, you know this about me. I prefer to do lives because there's 0 editing involved. So
Yep.
0 editing. I feel like if it's not a live, I don't want to do it. It literally, that's why my Hoe-Athon announcement was late, because I was like, oh yeah, we're also we dropped it on Thanksgiving, during the holiday, where it's I did not have time to do anything. And my husband was sick all weekend and he was sleeping, and I feel like I couldn't do anything because he's sleeping and I can't wake up the baby.
Hopefully he's
Did
not
I say
watching.
that out loud? He's not watching. He's not watching.
You never know. He pops in occasionally, and he always puts who picked this book, and then that's it.
He's like, hey. He always comes on the live shows where we're talking about daddy kink. Why? Come to the live show where we're talking about a sweet cozy mystery. No, he'll be there for Paddled by Krampus. By the way, he'll be there.
Oh goodness.
Cachet! Mwah, mwah. Love you. Cachet is a whole published author, y'all. Go buy her book. We're Not Home. It's right back there.
I just finished it yesterday.
I just read her story. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah. Well, I have 2 other friends of mine that are in the book as well. So.
Awesome.
Thank you, Cachet. Hit the like button. I edit the crap out of my videos, the TikTok video I do. You did TikTok? I'll have to find you on TikTok. I did was 30 minutes longer than the final cut. What? How is that possible?
How much do you do?
What? How is your final product longer than your raw version? I don't understand. That's not editing. That's editing. Hello, Heather. Oh, goodness graciousness. Okay. So, in Beating the Rap. So, we have Bonnie, of course, our amateur sleuth, and then we have Clyde, who is a kleptomaniac, and he has been stealing like little like wooden figurines from this guy's truck stop, and he gets really mad and he's super passive aggressive about it. He just leaves angry notes for her in her like thankful box, like happy notes drop. I was just like, he's like, I'm not thankful for Bonnie. It's like, I'm thankful that Bonnie doesn't have any more pets. I'm like, wow. Super passive aggressive. So she confronts him in front of the entire town, of course, as one does, where he threatens her cat and calls her a bad cat mom. And she's like, you're not going to finish that sentence or you're going to regret it. So they're like threatening each other in front of, also Mason is there, the town sheriff. And
Always.
the next day he's found dead. So of course that kind
After
of...
she don't forget that she dropped off stuff at her house and there was a nice little note inside it all.
She tried to like return. She found all the wooden like figurines that her cat stole and left a sorry note, but he wasn't home because he was busy being murdered. And and so like, yeah, and he's found dead. And so obviously Mason comes over and he's like, okay, like what were you doing? Like she thinks it's like he's just the guy like is just upset with her and he's arguing with her, and he was like, and Bonnie was like, well, what did he say? Whatever he said was a lie. And Mason's like, he didn't say anything, he's dead. And he's like, oh, that's why you're here.
Because he came over like practically accusing her. Why didn't you want me to come over for dessert? She always wants you to come over for dessert, Mason. Come on.
And he's like, I got this one in the bag. The killer left a note. And she was like, was it on this particular cardstock?
Did it say sorry?
That was so great.
And he was like, God, you make my life so difficult. You make my life so difficult. Woman.
Oh, I remember one of my comments from the book when he threatened Clyde, where she was like, don't finish that sentence. And he's like, if he steals another one of my things, like, you're not going to have a cat. And I specifically remember, I'm like, Julie, you have my permission to murder this man.
It's fine, he's a killer. All right, it's fine, he's a victim. It's fine, he's a victim. I don't feel bad that he died at all. So,
nope.
Oh, you're welcome, Cache. Said, oops, I meant 30 minutes shorter. Okay, great. We were all confused.
Yeah.
The entire town was offended he didn't like Clyde. Honestly.
Even
clutching, like she gasped and she went to her neck. Like she was clutching the pearls that weren't there. So funny. Oh my God. And then, oh yeah, it was when he was like, you think you could bring over these so-so cookies and apologize? And she's like, first of all, my cookies are not so-so.
Yeah, and she got all offended. She got all offended when he called her like the town princess or something along those lines.
She's like, I'm over 40 years old. I haven't been a princess in forever.
Was this the book where we got a little Easter egg for Kitty Couture?
Yes.
For a godmother? Yes.
Yeah.
I loved it so much.
It was Maribel, right? Her
with the dog.
Her dog
they wanted
a sweater for the dog. Yeah. And so they looked up and they're like, oh, there's a little shop in New Orleans. And I'm like, yeah.
It's so wonderful.
I can't think of her name, but the girl that had the chicken in the coffee shop.
Louisa.
Yeah, and Thelma and Louise.
We know something. I don't know if we can say something regarding that.
I wouldn't say it.
Okay.
But remember Thelma and Louisa.
Remember Thelma and Louisa. Okay.
Well, technically, if you read the synopsis for the next book, you do know that Bonnie, I was going to say Julie, helps out Thelma. And I was like, no, Julie. It's Bonnie helps Louisa with her egg business. Is it an egg business? I just love that she had like little cameras and she's like, look, here's my hens. And I was like, oh my God, I would love to do that to my cat. But I also feel like he would never sit where the camera was. And then I'd feel really sad that he'd be home alone. And then it would just make me sad.
Why you put multiple cameras everywhere.
Yeah, he'd find a way to hide behind all. He would hide behind all of them. He'd find the one spot that I couldn't see.
The blind spot.
You should do a ranking video for all of Julie and Lindsay's books.
That'd be really hard. We should have been doing
that
this
as hard as you think, actually. Because I've been saying for a while, like, I have my favorite. And even though, yes, all of Julie and Lindsay books are 5 stars, this book is 5 stars. There is a hierarchy within the 5 stars that is
Absolutely.
perfectly clear in my head. The description of the next book. I haven't read the description of the next book.
I just know that she's helping out Thelma with her business.
Okay.
Something about an ex-boyfriend, maybe. I might have made that up. Sorry.
Louisa is pretty young, I think, right?
I think
22, 23.
She was in her
Okay.
20s.
Okay.
That's what I
Yeah.
thought. Okay. Charles, that would be a 1-minute video of all 5 stars, all books equal.
Yeah.
You would think, but nope.
Oh man.
Liz, do you have any other social media? Just really quick question. If you don't, that's fine.
But we need that answered.
But we need you to DM us somewhere. Okay, thanks. Okay, so yeah. This is my favorite book. I feel like I have a lot more notes in here than I have like with the other two. Like,
Don't have
combined.
117. I think you're slacking.
I do not.
Ah,
have
dang, she doesn't.
No, I'm not going to count though. So
We actually appreciate that.
no, I don't. Sorry. Okay.
Can you go to the link in the description box that has a Google Doc and maybe just give us your email so we can email you something? A question?
Yes. So in the
That's the
description
closest we
box,
could get.
there is a link to, it says sign up to be in the live. So just click on that and then give us your email if that's okay.
I promise it's not weird. Everyone
know
else,
this
don't
sounds
worry
very
about it.
vague. It sounds like, what are you
Well,
trying to
now
get
you've made
for
it
like
weird,
a
Jen.
pyramid scheme? Like
Now you're trying to hide something.
every time, like Jen's like, this isn't for something weird. I was like, the fact that you said that now makes people think that this is for something.
I don't know. Someone asked me for my email. I'm like, I don't know if I would question that. So I'm like, I promise it's not.
The fact that she got that guy a lawyer.
Which what? Wait, which one? Hold on. The fact she got
I'm not remembering that part.
I remember about the guy that does the property.
Yeah, I
guy.
was remembering about like her paying for the property evaluation or
Oh,
whatever the hell that is.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I wouldn't have done that. I was like, first of all, I don't really care like where the property lines are. She had a yard sale every day and it was crouching closer and closer and on his yard and they fought about it. Like,
The child custody guy. I do remember him now. That was so
okay.
sweet. Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
I
got
loved it.
I'm going to sign up for some of y'all's lives. I'm having such a hard time sticking with one book. I have books that I started in February and still haven't finished them. You got to finish them by the end of the year. You have a whole month. You can do it.
I started physically reading.
But I
books
took you a screenshot of the
slowed
books
down.
that we were thinking about doing next year, and you did not say which ones interested you. And we even took one of your recommendations too, sir.
That means you have to be on.
Nicole's
You're gonna
start
be
tagging
yeah.
you.
You're
I'm
gonna
just
get
gonna tag you in it,
tagged
and
in
like
all
you
of
got to
it.
be there.
That's how she does. That's how she gets you guys.
How I wrangle all these hosts.
That's how she got half the people last night. So.
I know. Oh my gosh. Oh, Malia. So funny. So funny. She was just like, I don't remember signing up for this. I'm like, you didn't. You just liked my stuff. You just liked when I mentioned it. So it was wishful thinking.
No.
I posted something on Facebook actually about this, where you're not buying books, you're rescuing them. You're a hero. You're not
rehoming them.
hoarding. You're saving them from a lifeless existence in a bookstore.
First
Just
of
saying.
all, buying books and reading books are two different hobbies.
Exactly.
Two different hobbies.
Exactly.
And you're not convincing me otherwise. So don't even try. If you tag me, I will probably show up.
Tag them in all of them.
We got him, guys. We got him. Hey, Vina.
Hi.
Long time no see. Are you tired too? You were up with us till 1 a.m. It was probably later for you, depending on where you live.
Same. I have so many craft supplies. It's ridiculous.
It
It does make things easier though when you're trying to craft.
That's true because you have literally everything. You're like, I don't need to go to the store. I have that somewhere.
You just have to
And
find
your
it.
It's
craft
just-
room is like
it's just
super
finding it is
organized.
the
You have like
problem.
that. I wish mine. I have like my different like crafts in different boxes, and it's like, oh my god.
I found this really cute
It was
craft with
almost
yarn.
3, I think. Wow. Yeah.
Almost 3 a.m. I did stay up until 1 a.m. That other I think her name is Elise Kova. I got sucked into those books so hard. I stayed up.
Was that the elf
Deal with the
thing?
devil or elf?
The first one is I married. No, A Deal with the Elf King,
Yeah.
and then the second one is A Dance with the Fae Prince.
Okay.
First one's better than the second, but they're both really good.
Yeah, I've like that's been on my KU in my Kindle for like ages.
I liked it so much that as soon as it became like, because I have the Kindle Unlimited now, so I liked it so much I went out and bought the hardcover, which is very expensive, but it's okay. And there's a bookish box that's going to have one of our series, and it's going to have like all 5 of the books, and I'm already planning on buying that.
Nice.
So
I buy so many books that I have bought duplicates multiple times via different places like Amazon and Apple. Yeah, that's why you need a Book Buddy app. Book Buddy. It keeps track, unless, you have that problem where you buy the books and then you don't put them in your Book Buddy app until you have like a whole bunch, and it becomes like a big endeavor where you have to literally sit there for hours and scan all of your books instead of
I try to do it as I get them.
doing as you get them, which is the smart thing, but I did not do that. Thanks, Jen. For rubbing it in.
I won't put them away, so then the pile of books starts to get more and more and more, and I'm just like, oh, I'm so mad at myself. I just need to get them out and organized, and then I do take time and just put them away.
I didn't put them away either. Like, I literally just cleaned up this room probably like 3 weeks ago into some semblance of order, as you see over here. Like, all of these books were like on the floor behind me.
Did you just
like
hit
for
your
the longest
dog?
time. No, she's over there laying down. She just shook her head.
Got it. Thanks, Liz.
Thank you.
You'll be hearing from us.
But I'm not
It's
signed
not
up for the lives. You're like, please don't mistake that. And don't tag me, because you can't tag me because I don't have any social media. That would be me and Book Buddy.
I have a Book Buddy too. I update Goodreads first, and then eventually when the book comes in, I update Book Buddy.
But it really does help
feel-
because I've been debating getting it.
The Book Buddy? Because you can make your own shelves. So I have little tags, like which ones are signed, which ones do I have multiple copies of, which ones are UK versions, which one do I have on the shelf that I haven't read, my up next ones, are they paperback, are they hardcover? I finally did that, because when you're trying to find a series and you're at Goodwill and you're like, do I have this in hardcover or do I have this in paperback? So I made it on a list, and I was like, you're a paperback, you're a mass market paperback, you're a freaking hardcover. So now if I'm at Goodwill, I can be like, bam, I need this hardcover, this paperback goes back.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
Rant over. I'm off my soapbox.
Also, in your tags, you can do tropes.
No
Which is
way.
nice. Yeah, you can always do you can do tropes. So you
Oh,
like
that's
if you're trying to do like recommendation videos or something. I know a lot of people do that in Goodreads anyway. They do like trope shelves or lists or something, and they are really good at updating that. But I get
so aggravated with Goodreads because it doesn't work.
Yeah.
I don't like it when I enter giveaways and it puts like 6 of the same book on my shelf, and I'm like, I don't have 6 of these books. I just want one of them.
You know what I really hate is when you get an email that you didn't win a giveaway, and then 2 days later you get a new email. There's a book that's being given away, and it's like literally the same book. I was like, why don't you just give out more copies? Like, I don't like why.
I have been on Goodreads for years, and within the past 3 months, I've won 3 Goodreads giveaways.
Wow.
Nice.
Yeah. I did create a shelf for my ebooks though, and then I created the ebook ones that were free because I was trying to figure out how many of them I bought and paid money for, and how many of them were just like free buys. Because then if I never get to the freebie ones, I'll feel less guilty than the ones that I actually purchased.
Yeah,
but I only recently started doing that, so there's a lot of unknowns.
I've slowly been adding my ebooks and my audiobooks and my comics.
Yeah, I do that one.
Comics are going to be like the longest endeavor of my life.
Yeah.
Because some of them don't have like their protective sleeve. So I went on Amazon and I got like the cardboard that goes in there so they don't bend. And then I got the protective sleeve. And then like, what year was this published in? What series is this in?
That's way too much.
And there can be different offshoots of the same series. And it's...
Yeah. I
Mhm.
know.
It's a pain.
It's the worst.
I've won 2 Goodreads giveaways, and I
Never
haven't read those books.
I've run 3.
I
But
thought of
only
you because the one
recently.
book that I won was a Sandra Brown book. The newest, her newest one.
The
Then you
Tigers-
won
the
Blind
Tiger-
Tiger.
Blind Tiger, that one.
Yep.
Nice.
I got it through her publicist. I got a weird big package, because they didn't even let me know I won. I got a weird, humongous package, and I was like, "What is this?" It's from New York City. What is this?
don't
And
know.
I open it up, and it says, "That book's huge. It's a thick boy.
It is one.
It's big."
I
was like,
recently just
"Geez."
canceled my Audible subscription. Shocker, guys. Who am I? But I had 6 credits, and I'm just like, these are just sitting here. I haven't bought a book in a while, so I just stocked up on everything Julie and Lindsey, and I said, okay, goodbye. I just need to catch up on. I have to buy all these books that I don't read on audiobook, and I've been reading too much physical books, so I'm like, okay, we have to put a line somewhere. I'll wait until, like Nicole and Aaron, when you guys have like those sweet ass deals that like $4.95 for 6 months, I'm like, great, I'll sign up then, and then I'll cancel it again. I'm gonna beat the system. All right.
So funny story. I have signed up for Hulu under 2 different emails, and I have I had one that was for your free trials, right? So I had one that I was signed up and I was paying whatever the cost is. And then on my other email, they had a Black Friday deal, was like, get Hulu for 99 cents a month for a year.
Oh, yeah.
So, So I definitely signed up and then canceled it with my other one.
You can keep doing that with most subscriptions. You need about 3 emails that you rotate in.
You just
out,
rotate out.
Yeah.
That's smart. That's smart.
Some of those free titles are the worst books I've ever read.
Yeah.
I still don't learn. Oh, yeah. If it's free, I don't mind, because I'm just like, the most that I waste is time reading the book. But yeah.
Well, and that's why I started putting which ones I got for free. Because then if I get like 10 pages into this and be like, this is such garbage, like I cannot continue, then I could just easily delete it, being like, well, I didn't spend money on this. But if I spent money on it, you bet your ass I'm going to book it through that as best I can, being like, all right, Siri, you're reading to me now because I got to finish this. I paid for this. This torture is paid for. Thank you.
Also,
Then you
having
introduced me to
Siri read to you, I found that if you use the Siri number 2 voice, it sounds more actually like a person.
Oh,
So-
you're going to have to teach me these things next time we get together.
Okay.
Oh, shoot. When do we have In Real Life Book Club? Is that next weekend? We'll talk about that later. I mean, okay, fun story.
it's
In Real
before
Life Book
the-
Club is just me and Nicole. We do have
Yeah,
other
it's-
friends, but it's just become the 2 of us.
We
That's
we
awesome.
stopped doing in real life meetings because of COVID, and then it kind of getting vaccinated, and everything was kind of like calming down a little bit. We're like, okay, well, we'll initiate
We'll try it again.
live, like in real life meetings again, and it's literally just us 2.
Mhm.
It's fine.
And we don't always talk about the book. We sometimes just talk about the books that we've read by Julie and Lindsey, and we're like, look at this. Do you remember this part in that book?
In our
Basically
defense, the
this,
last
just-
time we had the in real life book club meeting, we also used it to go Christmas shopping, and so we didn't talk about the book because we were shopping.
Hey,
There were some good deals.
It's your club, right?
And we can do whatever we want.
We pick which books we want to read. We do what we want. We do it on the same day. So, like, if they wanted to show up, and they're still invited to everything.
They're
so
invited.
I'm hoping we like fish one out, but we can't really tag those because you can't really force someone into like an actual in-person meeting. It's a little harder that way. So the tagging them doesn't work.
Yeah. It's like, yeah, we invite them to the in real life meetings. We invite them to these meetings. It's fine.
True.
It's fine.
but you introduced me to Chirp, and now I'm just like, 99 cents for this book that I've been looking for 2 years.
It's a
Okay.
whole thing. It's
I'm
a
like,
whole thing.
I'm afraid. Chirp. I think I
Chirp,
need to get on this.
Libro,
But at the same,
and Authors Direct. I haven't heard of that one.
yeah. And then
Why have I not been invited? I'm in real life. Ahem.
well, the next book is the second in a series, so and it's
You
I
can
think
start
it's next
there.
weekend.
Bree got me on a Karen Slaughter kick. She's like, all the books are on Chirp for like $3.99. Buy them all. I'm like, okay,
That's not a bad idea.
okay.
You're like, yes, absolutely.
I'm still waiting
in.
for Beating the Rap. I want to go.
Honestly,
I treated
like,
myself so much this last weekend.
that
I probably
day
should have.
was- Yeah, I bought more for myself than I did for anybody else. I'm like, yeah, I definitely need this.
You got those sheets. You needed. They were such a good deal. You could not walk away. We went
And
to
I
all
still
of
haven't
the.
put them on the bed yet because it's
You
still
were
a million
supposed to
degrees
wash
at night.
them.
I did wash them, but it's still hot at night.
Oh, that's true. That's true.
God.
We
Those
broke
are
a record
flannel
today.
sheets. I'm not putting flannel
God, you'll
sheets on my
die.
bed.
I
And
have
it's
flannel
still
sheets on my
80
bed.
degrees. Are you kidding me?
But it's usually just the flannel sheet. I don't have like a comforter or anything.
It's like I wake up sweating in the sheets that I have now. Like, God.
Turn on the AC then.
And pay a high electric bill? No. Sorry. I live in Phoenix, and Nicole and I will continue saying for eternity that we will meet. Honestly, I think like since I started my booktube channel, we're like, oh yeah, we'll get together. 5 years later. In my defense, COVID happened.
Yeah, that is true.
Well, once COVID calms down, I would like to like meet everybody in person, like find a middle ground.
That would be so awesome.
Mhm.
Everyone
just go
convene
to
at
the
Julie's
middle of-
house.
Oh.
No, nobody says that. She'll just have to know where the party is at and she'll come to us.
In my defense, I know where she lives.
That doesn't sound creepy at all.
Honestly, if you follow her on social media, you know that we send her stuff, so we have to have her address. I'm not saying I know exactly where she lives, like I've been outside of her house at midnight. I'm just saying I have her out.
I don't know. That sounds like a lie to me.
Aaron's like, that was a very specific example. I'm suspicious now. It's like we're reading this book. Tangent back to the book, maybe.
It's like, I don't live outside her house. Julie, the furniture looks really nice, by the way. It's fine. Flannel sheets are too warm for me. Seriously.
Yes, being at it, it gets cold here, and I still won't do flannel sheets. It's too much.
I can't.
I first sent
I
you
just
a
run
message.
hot, so I just can't do it.
Like, I'm sweating right now. Like, I don't understand what's going on. I first sent you a
was
message on
85.
April 4th, 2018.
Our oldest
That's my
record
birthday.
in Arizona for December 1st was 83 degrees back in 1949. We broke a record for how hot it was.
Today we did?
We did. It was
That's
85 today. That's almost 90.
Today?
So close to 90.
Yeah, today. Today, December 1st, it was 85 degrees in Arizona.
It was 50 here.
Send us your cold weather, please.
It's not even cold. It's just,
Yeah,
Send us your
50, that's-
cooler weather.
yeah.
Please and thank you.
The
If you
other
could
day
throw
it
some
was like
snow-
32. That's cold.
32? No,
I
Yeah.
can't.
you can keep that. No.
It's just like,
No.
it does
No.
a weird time where it's like, it doesn't want to, one day it'll be 80 degrees, the next day it'll be like 22. Like it doesn't,
22? No, ma'am. No.
it's really weird.
Anything below like 70 is
Suspiciously
freezing.
specific. It was 50 here too. You know what, you guys, just take your nice weather and shove it. That's tired Nicole talking. I'm sorry.
I am, yeah. I live really close to Nicole.
Yeah. She
We
does.
get together. I wouldn't say lots. It was this last weekend was the first time in what, like 2 months? Actually, that's a lie because we've done in-person book club for
I
like
know, I was like,
a
nope,
couple
that's
mornings.
like, nope.
It's like once a month. We should have talked about the book. I honestly thought this last weekend was December. I'm all over the place. My brain shut down a while ago. But now that I have Kindle Unlimited, sidetrack real fast. Anyone that has a good book recommendation that's not weird and doesn't have monsters, just let me know. If it's got a cowboy
it's
or
not
like
good.
a
Then
military
it's not good.
person,
It doesn't have monsters. Okay, like calm down. Wait till it gets below 0 and still doesn't snow. I've heard that it gets too cold to snow, and
What
I
does
feel
that
like
mean?
that shouldn't be a thing. Like I feel
No.
like that
Yeah.
is
Yeah, like it doesn't snow. It's just kind of like this mist or whatever, but it still builds
Yeah.
up the snow on the ground.
that's insane. What does that even mean?
I
What
don't know,
is
but
snow?
It can get so cold sometimes that when it gets like to like 33 degrees, it's like, oh, it's actually kind of nice out. You can actually, stay outside for like 2 seconds.
That's too cold. I would literally, if it got to 32 degrees here in Arizona, it has before. And I can tell you, I have about 6 pairs of socks on, about 4 pairs of pants, every long sleeve shirt that I own, a sweater, a jacket, like a hat and mitts, and I'm still freezing.
Hat and mitts.
I have like 1 pair of mittens, and they're the ones that you have your fingers out because it's never that cold. You just need enough to keep your hands warm.
Yeah. I wore leggings under my scrubs one time. That was about as prepared for the cold as I get.
Yeah.
Hey, whatever works.
Oh. Okay. I guess we can tangent back to the book now. Yeah.
To the book. To Mason.
Okay, so my first post-it note is basically like her getting mean messages in her like gifts of gratitude campaign or whatever. It's like 0 gratitude for Miss Belfour. Not thankful for this shop's owner. And she kept all the notes, and Lexi's like, why'd you keep the notes? And she's like, I'm not sure. I'll talk to my therapist about it. I was like, you poor thing.
I had a comment where I was like, I hope you're sharing those with the sheriff. And I'm like, knowing you probably haven't told him a damn thing. But then there was like a line a couple paragraphs later where she's like, I told Mason about these. And I was like, thank God, because it would be much more difficult without that.
She was literally going to give him like his figurines back, but she would not tell Mason where she was going. Like if she would have just said, "Hey, I'm going to stop by this guy's house and drop off the figurines. Here's the note that I have." You know, it's like, why you got to be so secretive? Like she's like, people should just mind their business.
They just stared at each other as she was driving down like the main
I know,
street.
he just stood there in the street.
Because she did like a whole
talking to the cat. She's like, he's gonna watch me go all the way to his house.
Okay, I know this is skipping towards the end, but I thought it was so cute that he finally one of those detectives got smart and actually posted someone outside her house, and they followed her, and that saved her life. Smart thinkers. Sorry. Back to
Grady's reading this book, and he's like, "That's a great idea."
Like, I should have done this with Everly years ago.
Years. I remember the year we had a polar
vortex. What's a polar vortex? Is that like a whole new dimension? Is this like the multiverse?
That's like an apocalyptic event.
It's like vortex. Snow, rain, sleet, all of it when it's like 15 degrees outside. So it's
like, what?
It's legit like an ice storm and whatnot.
No. Nope.
It's what causes blizzards a lot of the time.
I don't like it.
Nobody.
Yeah, as soon as he wasn't at the apartment or his store, I was just like, he's not gonna make it. I'm like, I'm okay with it because he threatened Clyde. But at the same time, I'm like, he lived on Good Luck Lane, and that was one of my comments. I'm like, I don't think unless his number is like 666 Good Luck Lane, that road's not gonna help him at all. He's gonna be a goner by morning.
Well, he.
I was like, he has terrible luck, actually.
Well, he wasn't nice to anybody else, though. Remember, I can't think of her name, but she used to own the store that was
lowball people.
Yeah,
he would take advantage of people at their weak spot, like trying to like sell in a hurry because they need money like really quick. And he was just like he did that to like 2 different people, like one for that guy's truck, which is why he ended up getting murdered, and then for that
lady with the shop for her daughter's school. I was like, that is so hurtful.
I was like, you know what? And she even said it in the book. She's like, karma, plugging in Cachet's title, karma always comes back.
I need to as well. You know what
Tickets
else
for No Way
Home
that
week?
If Andrew Garfield and Tobey Maguire are in this new Spider-Man movie, it's the best kept secret on the planet. Like even Tom Holland has not like goofed and like made that. Like everyone thinks they will be because obviously the multiverse is a real thing. And so I was just like, oh yeah, like bringing in everybody like from the other Spider-Man movies would be great. And everyone thinks it's going to happen, but I don't know. But
I mean, it makes sense to bring back all the villains. I can't keep them out. Come on, Doctor Strange, be awesome.
I know, like, of course. He's like, stop messing up the spell. I'm like, sir, he's literally just talking. I don't know what he's doing. Like, you're the one with the magic. Like, why are you blaming him? Stop messing up the spell. What? A nice point about how expensive college is.
Oh
Yeah.
no,
Whole
I can't
Mooney?
hear him.
I didn't know that.
Miles
I just
Morales.
want
Why
Miles
does that sound
Morales.
familiar? Mm,
It's the animated.
It's a good one.
yes.
Yeah.
My little brothers watched it, and I actually was.
Yeah,
I didn't mind
really
watching it.
good.
It wasn't bad.
It was really
Yeah.
good. Yeah.
Mhm.
I don't
I
know
wasn't
why I was so
expecting
shocked
much,
by
it was
it,
better
but it
than I
was,
thought.
I loved it. It was very uniquely
Yeah.
done. There were a couple
Yeah.
times where I'm like, is this in 3D? Am I supposed to be watching this in 3D? But it was just because he was like phasing in and out from the bite.
Yeah.
And it
Mhm.
messed up with my eyes. And I was like, okay, then that happened. Like, it was really good.
Okay, yeah, my next post-it note is him saying, "You think you can come over here with your so-so cookies, and I'm going to tell you I'm sorry for speaking up against this town's little princess." And I'm like, I gasped. my cookies are absolutely not so-so. I gasped.
True. He did.
You thought I killed this old lady for her ball gowns? Yeah, he was just like, I was mad at you for spilling my coffee. Like, I like how he said that first. I was mad at you for spilling my coffee, and you almost ran me over. Like, that was an afterthought. I was just like, that's really cute. Okay, yeah, he went pretty far because I highlighted where he was just like, if that's what you consider good care, I hope you don't have children.
Yeah,
I know. I was pissed.
I was like, low blow, which is why you shouldn't say things like that, because obviously she had issues with infertility. Like, he didn't know that. Obviously, it's her private life, but it's just like, you don't know how your words can hurt people.
Yeah.
Coffee is everything.
To be fair, he spilled his own coffee. She just kind of scared him with her car. That's
That's true.
She didn't really hit him, so
To be fair.
And wasn't the guy behind her like honking at her? So he was trying to.
Yeah.
The person behind her was
Yeah.
pressuring her to move forward.
Yeah.
He spilled his own coffee.
Thank you, Aaron. Thank
Yeah.
you.
No problem.
We got
I've got
Nicole.
Bonnie's
You
back.
got Nicole the Smoker laugh.
God. He spilled his own coffee. Like,
it's true though.
that was hilarious. My husband's calling me.
Doesn't he know? Husband.
Right. He hasn't talked to me in 4 days, and now he decides to call me.
Sir.
All right, Jen, you got to carry the line.
All right. So, okay. So one of the things that I treated myself to recently was this beautiful gem. Right, Nicole, you're not supposed to. Oh, she is gone. Okay. I got a Kindle Oasis, and let me just tell you, friends, these buttons on the side are a game changer. So everyone should definitely get one. I'm underutilizing it, but it was $85 off, and I'm like, sold.
Yeah.
So, oh my god, she really did go away.
I didn't buy it, and it went up to $149.
What?
Because I had it in like my save for later pile, and it went up today to $149. I think it was $49 when I was looking at it. But I was like, it's right before Christmas. I don't want to buy anything.
I know. I was just like, well, because with the Kindle Unlimited, and I've been reading, so that was the thing. Part of the reason why I didn't want to get it, or why I hadn't gotten it. Why is this thing like, I am very orange?
You look yellow.
Hopefully a little bit better now that I've run away. It's because I put it in front of me. Anytime I do that, it always does it. But yeah, so I was just like, I haven't been reading my physical Kindle enough to like justify buying it. But then I got the Kindle Unlimited, and then I was like, I really enjoyed, I think I've said this before, kind of stopping and just being able to physically read. So then I, like, within the last month or so, I've really gotten better about it. But I'm such a diva. Like, I'm sitting here with my paperwhite, my normal one, and I'm like hitting the screen, flipping it. But my problem with that is every time I flip it, half the time I hit the settings. So then the setting things comes down, and I'm like, come on. So yeah.
Well, I have no issue with my Kindle. It's just I don't have enough. I wish there was a way like that you could put another
more storage
in your That's my only thing. I love my Kindle. I haven't had an issue with it. I just need more storage.
Okay. Yeah, I got the one with more storage because I think the Oasis can actually do audiobooks. And I think, okay, so now that Nicole's not here, we do have to read. So Charles loves his Kindle Oasis. Very nice, very nice. I go through moods now where I cycle between e-reader, physical books, reading on my phone, and audiobooks. So, do you have power to do that, Erin?
No, that's Nicole probably just listening in.
I don't see, the thing is I can't read on my phone. But yeah, at work lately I've been just like straight up staring at my screen 8 hours. That's just kind of the new position.
I can't read on my
temporarily.
phone.
So literally
I can't.
I haven't been on social media. Usually I go about 3 to 4 days. I will normally, within a shift on my breaks, I'll kind of check my phone and look a little bit. It's kind of cool. That's fine. But yeah, like lately I have not wanted to touch my phone if it's a day that I work. And because I don't have consecutive days off right now, wanting to get on my phone on one of my days off is a struggle. So
that was kind of funny today, Jen. I was doing a bit of work and I had Twitter off to the side, and I'm like, oh, that's weird. Why do I have 8 notifications all of a sudden? Like, Jen was on today. Okay, that's
yeah.
I can always tell when she was looking at my Instagram. I get 15 likes in like a 20-minute span.
So, and I'm trying to be really good. Like I had it all set up where I'm like, okay, I'll dedicate an hour in the morning. I'll have my coffee. I'll go through everything real fast. But then if I skip a morning, it's like, and the notifications on Facebook. Like I literally had looked at my phone for 2 days. I fucking hate Black Friday and Cyber Monday because in a single day I had 80 new emails and I'm just like, no. And so I was just really peeved about that. And then I think someone was tagging me in something. So all of a sudden I had like 45 things on Facebook and I'm just like, I don't have time for that. So we'll just set that aside for a different day. But yeah, sorry. I'm sorry, not sorry though.
Thanks for holding together.
I found it adorable.
It's funny.
Thanks for holding it together, Jen.
I tried. I got
love how you were
and then I was like,
surprised where I could still hear you.
I wasn't sure.
And putting the comments up.
That is also true because every time I follow a couple people on Goodreads, and so they'll put up books, and it gets expensive.
Yep.
Yeah, but
this is an expensive hobby.
Yeah.
Immediately after reading her free books on Kindle Unlimited.
Harlequin discount codes that come like every 3 days in the mail.
They kill me.
I know.
I'm like 3 books and then get 3 free.
Yeah.
You don't have
That's
to
a
tell
no-brainer.
me much more. Okay.
That's a no-brainer. Like, yes, as the 3 books for
I'm
free,
running out of space. That's my problem. I have no. I'm like, I don't know what to do.
Just start stacking them along the wall.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
I'm gonna have to. I really am. I'm gonna have to.
That's what I do. Okay.
All right. How's your husband?
He's fine.
Did he know he was interrupting a live?
No, he did not.
That's okay.
Because he doesn't know what day it is. It's fine. Yeah, I was irritated with him because I don't like it when he goes away on these trips and he doesn't freaking call me.
Just at least give me a text in the morning. I'm still alive. Good morning. At night. Hey, hope you had a good day. Sleep well.
It's like, this isn't a brand new information. We've been together for 15 years, so.
True. Yeah.
So you guys need to meet Kristen now so you can give her all your crafting supplies.
Yeah, here you go.
Or we just have like a crafting day. I literally have it all. Yarn, fabric, paper crafts, scrapbooking, card making. What else?
I just started doing punching, they call it. It looks like a
I was just like
it looks like a sewing, like those round sewing kits that you can just
I think I know
you punch the yarn through and it creates a design. You feed the yarn through this little it kind of looks like a crocheting needle. You thread it through this needle.
Is it like a loom?
Yeah, but small. Oh. It looks like a vehicle.
I like how me and Kristen are is it we'll get them eventually.
Like, is it this? Is it this? What is
So
looming?
it's like is it a okay? Because I think I know exactly what you're talking about. Is it round or like a long
at all?
Long rectangle type thing where you?
No, I have a loom. It's huge. I have a huge loom.
Are you making wool?
No. No.
Are you spinning?
You know what I've really gotten
Kristen,
into?
I was thinking cross stitch.
It's the circle like a cross stitch, but instead of stitching, you punch the hole through and it creates a design. It's the same, like I don't know what you call that circle, but it's the same concept as cross stitch.
Got it. Okay.
I think I've seen something on TV recently about it. So I don't remember the name, but I can visualize what you're trying to tell me. But yeah, I've gotten big into diamond painting recently, which is not necessarily crafting, because it's a picture that's already done for you, and all you have to sit there is listen to an audiobook and move each individual little bead over. It's very, very relaxing after a long day.
That's what I do when I'm punching. Is I have an audiobook playing.
Is it a machine or is it something different?
No, it's it looks like a crocheting needle, like a crocheting hook, but you feed the yarn through. There's a hole on the top of the crochet hook. It's not a crochet hook, but that's what it looks like.
Right.
And then you feed the yarn through there, and then there's a hook on the other end of it, and you.
I can see
basically
this.
Like make little tiny holes and feed it through.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
Huh.
And I've only done it like twice, but it's a lot of fun.
Ooh, latch hook? That's what I was trying to think of. I think that might be something similar.
The tool looks like a latch hook. Yeah.
It could just be because I'm tired, but I am not kidding this.
I'll
watch it back later, Nicole. You'll be fine.
I was just like, what are you talking about?
Diamond painting is a lot of fun.
I just came out with it like 2 months ago, so it's like a new thing.
Oh.
Yeah.
I highly recommend diamond painting, but for your first one, definitely pick something with not a lot of colors.
Yeah.
No.
I've been looking at it, debating.
They're a lot of fun, but I honestly started out with one that said, "Home is where my cat is." Obviously, I'm gonna buy that one, and it had like 4 colors, and so it was very easy because I didn't have to like search for a bunch of them. And then I was like, "These are so much fun!" And I got one for my friend that was of Stitch from Lilo and Stitch, and it had like stained glass windows.
Stitch is my favorite,
and all of this fancy stuff. But like literally in a section that was like this large, you had about 20 different colors, and I'm like, okay, now. That's more than I had anticipated, so it just makes it a little bit harder.
There's like beginner's diamond painting, and then there's the extreme. Kristen, I don't know.
That's for Alicia.
Alicia, help. I don't know.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yep.
That's called latch hook kits, according to
So it might be similar. They might be like modifying how they do latch hooks now. Maybe it's something very similar. Because it sounds a little bit different, but I can visualize what you're talking about.
Like circle, and you
circle. Okay.
That's where you put the fabric through.
Okay.
It's like a cross stitch, and it's like 2 different things put together. Yeah.
Sure. Nicole's like, I'm gonna need to go to bed and like think on this one.
Then you
don't even know what a latch hook is.
Thanks. You don't know what a latch hook is? Come on, they were like little rock things that you make all the time when you were little. God, I just aged myself, didn't I?
What?
And the next post-it note. Oh, there it went again. I'm yellow.
Honestly, like I feel like you and I had very different childhoods. I don't know what a latch hook is. I played outside. I didn't have crafts when I was a kid, unless it was glitter and glue in kindergarten.
And Play-Doh.
I remember latch
Liz
hook.
knows.
Okay, thanks, Kristen.
Nicole's just like, is it 2 yet?
God, is it my bedtime yet? Okay, next post-it note. I'm like, it's so hard for me to follow this conversation. I have no idea what y'all are talking about. Okay, so this is when her family is talking to her about how like it's really hard for Mason to be in the middle, about how like it's like I would feel really bad if I had to investigate Bud when I knew he didn't do anything wrong. And she was like, well, it's not really the same because we're not married and it's fine. And it's like my family looked at me as if I was a puppy at a pound. I'm like, honey, the only one you're fooling is yourself.
That's hilarious.
Petition from Nicole to take a break from streaming.
Wait, read the next one because there's an extension to what he just said.
And edit? No. Why would I don't even want to edit my own videos. Why would I want to edit yours? I would just delete the video and be like, there you go, edited.
Don't send her your footage, Charles. She's not in a good headspace right now.
There you go. I'm not in a good place. Our Nicole is a different Nicole. You've never met her before. I don't even know her, honestly.
I didn't get to the one part yet, but I thought it was so funny when she was walking in and her best friend and her new boyfriend were like making out in the
That was my next one.
Oh, yeah.
I was like kissing in the corner, and she was like, "Did anybody notice?" I'm like, "No, you're just in a public kissing in this
in a
like
tiny town."
I know it's just like by a window,
and
so
like no one
everybody
knows you're together or something.
Everyone in the dining room didn't notice. Like people walking on the street noticed because you're next to the window. Like no. He's like Charles really is trying. He's trying. Aaron, would you like to edit my videos?
Yes, my rate's 100 an hour.
Oh, I should have thought about rates. That's a great idea. I mean, technically, I did go to school for film editing, so I should be able to charge a pretty penny for that.
There
You could do a
I
freelance
haven't
thing.
done it in a long time.
I have a sliding scale with freelance stuff.
Oh, I can't. See, the thing is, I sit in front of a computer for 8 hours. To look at my computer a moment afterwards is literally like, I'd rather walk out into traffic.
Don't spill your
That's how I
coffee.
used to be.
Don't spill your coffee. Don't let those cars scare you. Honestly,
I mean, maybe I'll get a man that way. So
I don't do Vlogmas either because I'm sorry, a video a day for I don't know. No.
Yeah. Try doing Veda in April and
God no.
I think we got to like I got to like the 15th or something. We got halfway through maybe and then got spotty after. So
no.
Yeah.
Nope.
What if we did a live a day? I could do a live a day.
I could do a live a day probably.
We would have to wait until January, and then we would just have to, at least after the 7th. Then I'll be free in the evenings again.
I would never ever do Veda. Never. If you ever see me on the internet saying like, "Oh, I'm gonna do Veda this year," someone has kidnapped me. An alien has taken over my body. I'm being held hostage. That's a cry for help. It's a cry for help is what it is.
Or is it just you writing yourself into like one of those Ruby Dixon Blue Alien books?
Oh, I wouldn't mind if that was the alien that was abducting me. I wouldn't mind.
What about Elizabeth?
Speaking of, look at this cover.
I love that new. I love the new
awesome.
So now I have both. Covers.
I was almost tempted to read it based off of that cover because it scared me less, but then I remember that you said that there was some rapey stuff, and I was like, nope, hard pass.
I have the audio.
You should try it, Jen. You should try and just get past that point because I'll tell you what. I just finished the 20th book.
The 20th book. Oh my god!
How many are there?
There's that.
And
there's
that's not even the 0.5s. So
yeah. There's Ice Planet, then there's a spinoff Ice Home, and then eventually you have the Corsairs, and then somehow they loop the Fire Dragon.
But it's all connected.
It's all interconnected. All of her books are connected. Yeah.
That's a
some
lot.
way.
Yeah. Script has so many of them.
A bunch. Yeah, a bunch.
Yeah, I got the first.
So
I got the first one on audio. I haven't listened to it yet.
Please let me edit for you. I'm barely balancing reading, working full time, and running a blog, Bookstagram. You do so much.
I feel like it's a lot for me to just come on these live streams. Like you guys that actually do more, power to you. I can't do Nicole your announcement videos. You guys are all on Twitter making comments. I'm like, I don't get on Twitter for like 17 days, and I'm like, what the hell is happening over here? It's a whole different beast.
I like Grace Goodwin. I don't really feel like she's on par with Ruby Dixon, but I mean, she's good. So like, sometimes like Ruby Dixon books are like 4 and 5 stars. I would feel like I probably have rated Grace Goodwin's books like 3 and 4 stars, in my opinion. But she does have a lot of books too, like the Interstellar Bride program. Like there's like that series, and then there's a whole bunch of Interstellar Bride program, like the Colony,
nice.
Interstellar Bride program, something else. Like there's a bunch of books and stuff. But it's all about going to the Interstellar Bride program, where you go into this like hallucinatory dream where you find your mate, and it's like always a sex dream. And I'm like, I like this.
This works for me.
It works for me. Yes, it's great. Even though Nicole would then break into my apartment and steal my laptop to read in advance. Honestly, I already have an in with Julie and Lindsey. I don't really need you for that. She felt bad for us after we read like the last Seaside Cafe, and she was like, I sent you the prologue for the next book. I'm like, we know, thank you, goddess. Thank you, goddess.
Now I feel like I can't talk about Seaside though, because I'm just like,
we can't, because we know
all the things.
I'm like the opposite. I find Ruby Dixon super repetitive.
It has gotten a bit repetitive, and
when you read them back to back, like you're catching up on the series. Mm-hmm. Yes. When you're caught up and you're waiting for the next book to come out, the reminders of things are nice. But that's like any series. That's like I'm trying to get through The Immortals After Dark. And when they repeat things just to try to like, it has been a full year since the last book. And if you're caught up, you need little reminders. But like when you're reading them back to back to back, you're like, okay, I know this, but okay, do you?
I read this 5 minutes ago. Come on. There should be 2 versions of each book. One that says, hey, you read so many of these books really fast, back to back to back, and you don't know where anything's separated. Here's a quick reminder now that you've waited a year. And then there's like a book copy that comes out that says, I read all of these back to back to back to back, and this one is right now the one that I'm reading, and I've already read everything else, and everything's fresh in my mind. I'm just saying, like, we need those.
Yeah. And Nicole's running a readathon too. Yes.
Yeah, that's a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Hoe-Athon is back. Announcement videos in the description box.
I'm already reading so much this month. And I told myself I wasn't going to stress myself out reading this year, but here comes December.
Here you are.
And I'm doing it for myself. Yes.
Oh, here you are.
But that scavenger hunt was fascinating, though. Like I was like, I could scrape the bottom of the barrel of KU and look for all of these things.
You could, honestly. Julie.
I'm sure Julie's in the chat right now. She's like incognito looking at all of these. She's like, guys, stop saying things.
I know.
Getting me in trouble
like,
with everybody.
Hold on.
Like, they're not even talking about my book.
We're talking about things we're not supposed to be talking about. She's working on becoming a beta reader. Who?
You?
I think you for Julie.
Oh, for Julie.
Like, I'm trying.
Like, who is? I feel so bad. I haven't read Erin's work, and I'm like, I promise, Erin, I'm gonna read it. You've literally read like all 3 of my documents that I posted in our folder, and I'm like, I will get to yours. I swear. Oh God.
It's all right. It's all right. We're all busy, but I tell you what, that succubus story though, that you need to do something with that, because that like it's something. It's something magical.
Oh, also thank you. I like how you're like, this is the end, and I'm just like, sorry, and you're like, no HEA, no happy for now. Yeah. I'm like, oh, it's not the end. I'm like, this is just what I've written. Like, there's more. But yeah, I think last night during the sprints, I got it to like 30,000 words. So,
oh, nice.
Oh wow.
Nice.
Yeah, it's almost done though. It's gonna be like a little novella. I could probably flesh it out after reading a bunch, but yeah, I feel like it's almost done. So that's cool. Nice. And I won NaNoWriMo last night, so that's nice.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, how did everyone do with NaNoWriMo then?
Oh, not even close. But I wrote every day. So
you wrote every day. Good. That was your goal.
That's all.
So.
Yeah, that's as far as I got.
Hey, you know what? You write a little bit each day. That's progress. I mean, as long as it motivated you to kind of get in front of a computer, I feel like that's a win.
But it's the first year I'm doing it, so I'm not like, I didn't try to like stress myself out to the point where
when you do the camps next year, you'll find that it's so much more relaxing and not as stressful, and it'll prep you for the full like big.
And I just feel like this year, my November in general was just batty, like life stuff, and I was just like, not right now.
Right now, I think Cachet and
Like,
I were talking about.
Can my
this,
life
where it's
just stop
like,
right now for 2 more weeks?
Yeah, like Cachet and I were talking about how it's just like November is probably like the worst month you could probably have. Like,
Right. Any other month would have been fine. It was like you have a planned thing to do for this project, and it's like we're gonna throw all this crap at you that you didn't know was gonna come.
yeah.
It all worked out, but it was just like I need like 5 of me.
Nicole's the best. You're so sweet. Stop it. I legit just stole Nicole's CPR. Honestly, like Charles messaged me. He's just like, I need Hoe-Athon Rex, but audiobooks. And I was like, did you copy Bree? Because Bree literally just asked me the same thing. She's like, I need Hoe Rex for Audible books. And I'm like, oh my gosh.
Well, when you told me that the first book in the I don't know what the series is called from Katie Robert, Sacrifice is the first one. Yes. I haven't read it yet. I have the first 2. And you told me that the first one fits a couple of prompts. I was like, I'm in.
Sacrifice fits Breeding Kink, and it also fits the Shifter because one of the vampires in there can shift. I mean, he's not like he's a vampire, but he's technically not a shifter, but he can shift in like to different things. So
does the second one fit into anything? Like if I wanted to read back to back?
Yeah, probably. There's probably there's probably like mutual masturbation, hand jobs, cum showers, probably.
Charles comment. Hoes need audio love too.
It's a nice subject change there, Jen.
I'm sorry, that was just so funny.
Jen's like, cum showers. Okay, back to the book.
I couldn't keep a straight face while I was watching your live though of you
the premiere
thing. When you were saying
I would make my first
how
premiere.
The hell is she keeping a straight face?
Oh, I thought honestly, I'm surprised I wasn't blushing so hard like when I was reading those phrases. And Daijah was like, "Stop reading them like that." I was like, I'm not live right now. Like I can't just change the way I'm saying it. But I did go a little bit extra reading those.
Oh, it was funny.
Oh my gosh.
You don't know what that is. You're too young to be doing this readathon.
I know.
Oh, that was great.
What cum showers are. You're too young for this readathon. Oh gosh, yeah. We try to we know like the first round of Hoe-Athon was like a bit extreme, a bit wild, and we just try to just do it even more so, like push it even a little bit more so. And I feel like we did.
I think so.
He's working on it. I don't think he personally is going to narrate his audiobooks, which I feel like he should because he has a great
he would
narrating voice. Because
he would be fantastic for his own
before books. TikTok took it down, he read us like a little passage of one of his books, and he was so good. And then TikTok wasn't letting us live and enjoy things, and they took it down.
Oh,
why? Copyright infringement crap?
No, because it was a sexy scene.
Oh, that's stupid. Considering the crap I see on TikTok, are you kidding me?
Right.
Like,
I was looking at the prompts and I saw this is going to be too much work to find books.
That's
honestly, a lot of them
are too much. I would
there are certain prompts where you're just like, yeah, you can like, okay, men loving men romance, and you can find a book. But like some of them is like cum showers. You have to read a book and find out if it has cum showers in it. Like, sorry, but I want to say like maybe 6 out of 10 romances have cum showers in it. So
ask Nicole for her latest work.
Yeah, the succubus whip literally has everything, because I'm just like, you know what, I'm just putting everything in one book, because I feel like things are lacking in certain areas. And oh my gosh, like having to keep track of 7 guys.
You know, it's funny. I read an intimate moment in a book the other day, and I thought about it in the terms of Barbie dolls, and I'm like, oh, okay, great, thank you, Nicole.
honestly, that's what I should have been doing because like it's Katie Rodder. That's how she does it. That's how she does it. She's like, okay, where are these people's limbs? Is this position even possible?
Oh my god.
Where's guy number 7 in the corner? Like, what is he doing? Just standing there? Like, what is he doing? Like, you gotta make sure you mention literally everybody. And I'm just like, okay, who's in the scene? This guy, this guy, this guy, this guy. Okay, where's this guy? Yeah, he's standing on the side of the bed. Where's this guy? Okay, yep, he's over there jacking off, whatever. And so it's like, like you literally have to mention everybody. And I tried to, and I was like, I feel like this is a lot. Like it was like literally like by the time I updated the shared document, it was like over 20,000 words, and literally it's them meeting and sex. Like that's what it is. Like 20,000 words, them meeting, sex. That's
like isn't that the whole point of like a novella like that though?
I feel like it. Yeah.
I feel like it's fine.
With a novella, yeah, that's kind of the point of it.
I mean,
if you're gonna flesh it out into a whole thing, that's something different.
I mean, there's some plot in there. You know,
there is. I feel like yeah. I mean, nothing's really explained a lot, but it's just like, you got to just go with it. And I don't know what I was going through when I was writing one of these sex scenes, but I took a screenshot of it and sent it to RM and Whitney. And I was like, I can't publish this. What if my mom reads it? What if my mother-in-law reads it? What if grandma reads it? I can't. And that's when we got on to pen names. So I have a pen name now, which I can't tell you on the live because people would know. So it's fine. I checked out 'Twas the Night Before Christmas in 12 States. Nice, because we are discussing the third book.
2 weeks from today.
Yeah, 2 weeks from today. I was like, when are we doing that?
I read
the 15th.
Yeah. I read both of those around the same time I read this current book.
You're keeping facts straight, though. You're keeping facts straight. You're good. I was sending people the prompts just to write their day. Vina's doing work out there for us. I feel like I was like, does this count? Yes. An intimate moment in Barbies. Yeah, you got to find out if, like, with all these people going to work on each other, like, is this position even possible? Where's this guy's hand at? Where's his leg? No one knows. I'm gonna zone back out for a bit. Okay, yeah, it's totally fine. Do what you need to do. We'll change it back to the book now. Okay.
Julie's probably watching this being like, what are they discussing? This is not in my book.
She's like, I don't have 7 guys in here. What? She knows all about my succubus book, so she knows what we're talking about. Okay. Yeah, my next post to know was literally Cammie and Dale kissing in the corner. Like a couple of teenagers. They're so cute. I was like, they really went for it. I was like, I feel like Bonnie and Mason should take a page out of their book and just go for their relationship. Just go for it. Like they've known each other for 5 minutes and Dale's moving into town. Like I feel like that's how it should be. Yeah. Right.
I feel like they met. Like they met and saw each other and were like going out at that moment.
Yeah.
They're like, let's go. They went out on the first date or something.
Yeah.
Like
I loved Cammie's reaction to Dale when he told her like what he did for a living. He's like, I'm director of like the cyber crimes division. She's like, oh. Cammie and Dale better have a spin-off. Awesome. I would allow.
Well, she did say she's doing a bunch of spin-offs.
True.
Yep. Okay. So this was when potato. When was this? Okay. Oh yeah. So something was burning in her fire pit. She called Mason, and when he got there, it's like Mason walked to my car door and waited while I bumbled out. He curled me against his chest and pressed an unexpectedly protective kiss against my head. I was like, y'all are killing me. Like, you're so adorable. He loves you.
Oh, and then he was like, well, you should stay at my house then. Like, I don't know if we're there yet. And she's just like, yeah. It's like, yeah. All right, let's do this.
He's like, he's going through a list of like family and friends, and then like, you could stay with me. Yeah, okay, sure.
Yeah, absolutely.
There's no reason that I shouldn't.
Why don't you stay at my place?
Because he had a houseboat.
Woodenly, as if he hoped I would decline. And I was just like, that was easy. It was like, yes. Yes, I will. Absolutely. Let's do that. And she felt like all kinds of like scandalous. She's like, I'm going to be spending the night at Mason's house. Like, I wonder if anybody can see me. I was like, oh, Bonnie, you're literally 40 years old. You can do whatever you want.
I was surprised too. I was expecting her to do some investigation. I'm like, Bonnie, there's people out here that are trying to kill you. Like, call them first. So I was very proud of her for that.
Yeah, I feel like, like with Bonnie, like, she's been in, a couple of dangerous situations in the first couple of books, and, she has some some post-traumatic stress. So it's like she's kind of learning to be like, okay, like, don't run headlong into. I mean, she always gets captured or put in the same room with the killer at the end of the book anyways, but I feel like she's trying to be better.
Yeah.
In a town like that, it is scandalous.
Yep. Except for the next chapter, he's not in town.
You live in Cromwell? Are you kidding me? Checking to see if anyone was watching from passing cars or their nearby homes. I flipped my sweatshirt's hood over my head for added anonymity. Oh my gosh. I was like, it's like dark, first of all. Mason's like, that's not at all dramatic or ridiculous in any way.
I think it was the right level of dramaticness.
Yeah, absolutely.
True.
Them walking down the street is scandalous.
I just think back to that first book. She's in her PJs, and he comes out of the car and comes inside. The little kid comes over at the casserole. She's like, the whole town knows that there's a man over at my house. The other half knows that it's you. And I'm like,
the whole town. Give you 15 minutes. The whole town will know that you're here. And I like how when they get to his house, which is a houseboat, and he was basically like, we need to talk about us, and she just like blurted out, I know you fell in love with a woman named Ava. I was like just ease into it, why don't you? Like, just yeah, absolutely. Oh,
but you know what? She needed to get the truth of that out before they had that conversation.
Yeah.
So just instinct took over. It's, you know what? Better than adding more drama, right?
That's true. That's true.
True.
Yeah. Oh God, yeah. I have post-it notes for that.
What about the oversized sweater that says I'm here to get stuffed or something? I was like, oh God.
I love how even though he was mad at her or they weren't talking, he still like smiled when he saw her sweater. I was like, oh my God, so funny. And they staged an intervention. They're like, okay, like we know you're not talking, and Mason's like, well,
we need to all
aren't not talking.
I'm just like,
and they're literally like yelling at each other, and he's like, you can tell me anything, and she's like, fine. Great. I was like, oh my gosh, you guys. And then they're like, let's go somewhere, and he's like, okay.
I was so excited in that moment. I was like, oh my God, like this escalated so quickly. I'm so here for it.
And then they pulled out into like the lake, and he parked the car. I was like, oh, they're parking. They're parking. Oh my God.
But if that's what she's wearing, she doesn't have cute underwear on.
That doesn't even matter.
That doesn't matter.
You don't care what underwear she's wearing.
That shit's coming off anyway.
She is literally wearing, I'm here to get stuffed. He knows what she wants, okay?
Julie. We love it.
I love it. My favorite parts.
Also, hello, Julie.
Also, hi, how are you? Yes. We knew you were watching this whole time. Oh, the pie, the good stuff, the 6 foot Woody.
I love all of that.
I actually thought about it on the pie line. I was like, was that for Nicole? It's like that. I wouldn't be surprised if that was for Nicole.
Thank you.
Oh my God. Oh, so funny. Hi, Julie. Oh, 6 foot Woody gets me every time. Every time. Every time. Oh God, so funny. Okay. So this is when she goes to the yard sale. That's actually a business because she's open every day. And like she's like buying stuff to hope to keep the lady, like to keep talking to her, and then she's like, you can keep the change, and she's like, I planned on it. I'm like, excuse me, give me my 10 cents back.
I was really pissed at her when she said, I wasn't planning on giving it to you. Excuse me, let me call my sheriff friend over here and he'll force you to give me my 10 cents. But yeah.
First of all, the second someone said that to me, I'd be like, and I've changed my mind.
Mhm.
Oh my gosh. I was like, rude.
Well, I love that, like, Bonnie was just like, oh, yeah, I could resell this. And I'm just like, don't tell someone you're buying something
You can't.
for a
That's
cheap
like
price and
reselling
you're
number
going to
one. You
second
don't
chance it.
say that you're reselling crap.
I mean, we'll do that, but at the same time, I was like, oh, Bonnie. Not
Bonnie
smart.
was
She'd
literally
probably
like,
kill her.
Bonnie is literally like, you've made quite a business from this yard sale. Very impressive. And she's like, no, it's just a yard sale. Like, no, businesses require permits, commercial property, and documentation of income for tax purposes. My sale comes and goes, a few hours a day here and there. And I'm like, literally every day, same hours. Okay, it's fine. You just don't want to pay income tax. That's fine. Honestly, no one wants to pay income tax. Like, I get it. Like, nobody does. Oh my gosh. But yeah, the whole keep the change, and I planned on it. Ooh.
I
So
know.
mad. So mad. Oh, okay. Okay, so yeah, we find out that Vivian is the lady who had to sell her store to pay for her child to go to school. And Mr. Fryer was the buyer. And I'm just like, making it's definitely the picture is becoming very clear about how, and she even said, like, it's like you can't blame a vulture for being a vulture. Like, that's what they do. Like, so
Yeah.
it's like,
I'm not going to feel bad that he died.
I don't feel bad. Nope.
My bad.
So yeah, my next post-it note was the setup. Dale and Cammie set him up. It's like, I love how it's like Mason comes in and she's like, are you kidding me? And Cammie's like, surprise. And Dale's like, oh look, Bonnie's here. His smile was comically wide and obvious, a result of overacting. Oh my god, what? I didn't even notice your car out front. They came around the back. Like, that's not suspicious at all. So funny.
Bonnie was hammered though. Like, they kept filling up her wine.
And she was like, Grant never let me drink more than one glass at a dinner party. One was polite. Two said I was a lush. And I was like, well, then I must be a raging alcoholic because I will finish the box, okay?
The box,
gosh,
nice.
Well, you need to play the box.
Yes, it was a very good year for Franzia, okay?
Yeah, I can attest to that. COVID, definitely increased the box wine sales.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Increased alcohol sales in general, I feel like.
Oh my god.
You would think,
Somebody would think that.
I mean, he's more behind the computer, so he doesn't have to talk face to face. If it was text message, it would be pretty savvy.
Right.
I would still want to punch him in the face though, if they were my
yeah.
like, I feel like I don't care if you're my best friend. This is no.
Yeah. Nope. He kind of knew he messed up too, but Bonnie kind of like egged him on a little bit, kind of made him like led him to believe that she knew more than she did just to get information. So I would be mad at both Bonnie and Dale, and she just totally blamed it on Dale. Like, it was just like, yeah, Dale told me.
Blame it on him, but he shouldn't really have a chance to defend him.
It's not like you were literally like asking questions and leading him on to believe that you knew more than you did. Like, I should have bought stock in Smirnoff. Like, I'm just going straight to the hard liquor. Okay, yeah, they're just arguing back and forth, but they're super cute. Their arguing is cute. Okay, yeah, my next post-it note is the I'm not ready moment. And I'm like, oh my god, you guys are so sweet. Talking like adults.
I was really peeved. Even though I was very understanding, I'm like, okay, I understand you came from a really shitty relationship. Like, Grant fucked you up pretty bad, making you like think bad things about yourself. So I was like, as much as I want her to get together, I'm like, ugh, I guess you should probably get over that stuff first before you get into this good relationship with a man that's worth your time.
She's a lot.
Because if you jump in too quickly, you end up making the new person pay for the old person's mistake.
Yeah. She's got some baggage.
And it's not a good thing.
Grant is fucking dick.
I really hope that he comes to visit. And
I won't be surprised if he eventually shows up.
Oh, I'm waiting. I'm waiting for him to come to town.
Yeah. I want to say waiting, and I want Mason to punch him in the face.
Oh no!
Actually, I want him to be a suspect. I want him to be a suspect in the murder, and I want him thrown in jail. Okay. Anyway.
But you know, Bonnie would know it probably wasn't him, so she would actually go to bat for her crappy ex-husband.
Yep. You know, it's because Bonnie is a better person than I am. I'd be like, oh yeah, he did it. I've seen him with my own eyes. I've seen it. I've seen him do it. Honestly, I'd be like, he ran into my knife. He ran into my knife 10 times.
That is the best line of that whole musical.
Yeah.
That's the best line.
I'm waiting for Mason to be attacked by the investors.
I'm not looking forward to it, but I know it's coming. It has to. Oh, does it? Does it, Julie? Does it have to?
I'm telling you, probably dead middle of the series, 4 or 5.
Dead middle.
That's the next book, or the next book.
Maybe Grant's part of the investors.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my God! Maybe
next book we're halfway through the series, you know. So, okay. This is when this big old storm happening, and she has like that warned sign on the back, and she has like takeout, and Mason comes over, and they're like sharing a fork.
Yes. They're basically making out. Might as well just make it the whole body.
Put the fork that was in her mouth in his mouth. He did it. Yep.
And then gave it back to her to do it to her mouth again.
Yeah. And then, it's like, again, another terrible insight of her freaking ex-husband. Like, my ex had refused to touch a cup, bottle, or anything else after I had.
Get rid of him. Get rid of him immediately.
What?
My friend's husband will do that, though. He's a germaphobe. So he won't touch anything.
I don't, honestly.
I do escalate really fast. I'm a little dramatic sometimes. Just a little bit. Sometimes maybe not enough.
Like Mason's like, that's not dramatic at all. Yeah. There's a germaphobe. There's germaphobe, and there's someone who's being purposely hurtful and manipulative, you know? Like,
oh, yeah.
Like blaming her for her infertility and like refusing to touch her and sleep with her. Like, yeah, no, you're a dill hole and deserve to be punched in the testicles. Or murdered, yes, sure.
I'm not, again,
or Lorena Bobbitt.
A little too far.
Murdered. No, Jen, let's torture him first. Come on.
No, do a Lorena Bobbitt before you murder him.
Yeah.
I all of a sudden had this like great idea. Julie should just have him be in town when the investors come in, and maybe he looks just enough like Mason from behind, just a little bit, and they steal him instead and they torture him, and then he dies, and then that's how it happens.
Wouldn't that be too dark for a cozy though?
I mean, she's self-published.
Jen went full on thriller.
I'm with you, but it wouldn't be too dark for this.
Alicia's like, no, like I'm fully behind this 100%, but it's not cozy.
Yeah, I'm totally game.
Yeah.
My bad.
No, you have a point, but wrong genre.
I can make an itty bitty little anthill into a mountain, so it's real easy.
Okay, so yeah, she's having a panic attack, and he's talking about the time where he got attacked by a chicken, and this is why he's afraid of chickens. And he was just like, I still have the scar. Can you see it? Like, so she's looking at his mouth. And then he's like, did you know our lips are jam-packed with all kinds of sensitive nerve endings? I'm just like, just kiss the man. Kiss him.
This is a perfect moment for you. Use all those nerve endings in your lips.
I know, right? It was just like, Why even bring that up? If not to let her know that you want to have a kiss.
Without saying it.
Right.
He
He knows what he's doing. He knows what he's doing. Okay.
Turn down the lights, get behind a little area. Nobody can see you. It's fine. There's a storm outside. Nobody's paying attention to the indoors.
I feel like if she did initiate a kiss in this particular moment, he would stop because she's having a moment. She's having a panic attack. He doesn't want to take advantage because he's a nice guy.
Don't be a nice guy.
But you can't think straight when you're having a panic attack either.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. He wouldn't take advantage of the situation.
Yeah.
Even though we desperately wanted him to.
I mean, also, flip side, though, sometimes when you're having those extreme moments, it's like Styles and Lydia, where she had to kiss him to get him on straight. So maybe the kiss would have gotten Bonnie, like, on track. I'm just saying. It would have been perfect.
Honestly, why do you have to bring up, like, my favorite moment in Teen Wolf? Like, I don't understand. Like, I'm going to have to go watch that episode now. Like,
I've never watched it.
And I might have a fan fiction just around based on that scene, like where that was like literally the start of the relationship because the writers were cowards and didn't give us what we wanted. Okay, I said it. It's fine.
Nicole's like, next post-it note.
Next post-it note. Okay, this is when the killer was kidnapping Bonnie, and she's like, I put on some weight over the years, but I still wouldn't have been any match for Tom, a.k.a. Axel, a.k.a. the only male on my pitiful suspect list. And I'm like, yes, eat cake. Make it difficult to be kidnapped. And then, so yeah, Jean ends up being the killer. So
we haven't even talked about like the murder, the people that we thought could have been it. Keep going.
I honestly feel like there wasn't really a lot of red herrings. There was literally only Tom, like the Axel guy. And so but I was like, I figured it could have been Jean because like she was the groupie and she just made herself at home in his shop. And she was pretty defensive. Like obviously Bonnie came in and had a conversation with her and it was I guess pretty forceful. But then like she immediately went to Mason and said that Bonnie was like super suspicious. I'm like, okay, only a suspicious person would say that to try to throw suspicion off of themselves, which is not going to work for me. I've read too many of the cozies to know.
Did you put a tab on when her and Granny went to the the diner or the bar? And they were like coming up with fake names and whatnot. I put so many damn tabs in that section.
They were in costume. She's like, yeah, but I'm wearing leather. She's like wearing like this sequin shirt. And she's like, yeah, but I got leather on. Like,
my favorite line, and I underlined it was, I guess she like gave the guy her number, but she gave him the grandmother gave him the fake name. So like,
yes,
Delilah. And I don't know why Delilah sticks in my mind.
She was like, he was a super nice guy, and it's like,
but he knows you as Sherry or something.
I know. Bonnie's like, yeah, exactly. How's that's gonna work, Delilah? And she was like, oh yeah, I gave him a fake name.
I for a second thought it was gonna be him because they had given fake names and everything, and I was like, someone's after Granny. Like this is not gonna be good.
Granny was already in trouble in book 2. I feel like Granny doesn't need to be in trouble again in book 3.
I mean, it would amp up some levels. Let's just be real.
Yeah, that's true. Next post-it note. Mason, of course, is there because he literally had a warrant already to because he's good at his job. I feel like, and so yeah, I launched myself at Mason. He kissed my hair, my cheeks, my nose, and he said, "Sorry, I'm late." I'm like, oh, so cute. You guys are so adorable. And last post-it note is her initiating the kiss at the end, and the Good Luck Falls calendars were in.
Yay! I want a copy of this calendar.
I want a calendar. I don't know what you got to do to make it happen, Julie, but
just talk to Tim. I'm not gonna be able to say his name. Timothy Oliphant.
Yeah, that's it. That's exactly
good. Okay, great.
I love him.
Talk to him. Be like, listen, I'm a cozy mystery writer. There's a character that looks a lot like you. There's this really great calendar. My people have requested this.
I know.
You
We
should
My
do
people.
We need you to give me some shirtless photos. It's for a good cause. And come at
Feel
the
free to
office
have,
and
like,
be
a tiny little cat.
like
Like if you
a
had a black cat
nonprofit
with
or
a bow
something. Yeah.
tie.
or like a childhood hospital or something.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
For the kids.
It's for the kids. It's for the children.
Totally for the children.
Or know how to look at it either.
Is the calendar
No.
the insert for the next book?
I wish.
I wish. Gigi did almost have a date.
Oh no.
Yeah, it is safer to stop, but we're talking about fiction. With these,
I
with
love
these
that
kind
where
of
she's like,
times.
"Look, Clyde solved another murder," and he's
I
just like,
know.
Yeah.
And Mason's like, yeah, I'm just chopped liver.
she took the cute little photo of him. I'm like, yeah.
No, it was
No, she did.
Mason who was like showing her the photo of
Yeah.
and then
She sent it.
and then he was like, because he was looking at it, but that's how he kind of figured it out. And so she looks at it and she was like, he's so cute. I was like, body focus.
No, yeah, she took a picture of Clyde, and there was a picture of the clock tower. I think for some reason that sticks in my mind.
That's how we solved it.
Yeah, because he
It was
restole
so funny.
it.
He was looking at it. He's so cute. He's so handsome. I was like,
I did the same thing. If you
Murder.
see a picture of a cute cat, there could be like bodies, like clues all over the place, and I'm like, cute. That's me.
this is a dead body. Get
Same
me.
thing.
Oh my gosh, so funny. Okay, so yeah, that was Beating the Rap.
5 stars.
5 stars, yeah, of course.
Stars.
Favoriteest book in the series. So
I do like the cover for the next one. I think the cover for
Yes.
the cover for the next one's my favorite out of all the covers so far.
Yeah, I also like blue. So there's
Yeah, I like teal, but I think the next one is really cute, and you get the little freaking little chicken with the little legs, and feathers. Sorry.
Okay, so the next book club live show is Paddled by Krampus by Harley LaRue.
Oh.
It's going to be on December 12th, 6 p.m. Mountain Standard Time, 8 p.m. Eastern Time. If you want to take a screenshot. Next to the Uncle Rick read along, we're talking about The Burning Maze. That's going to be tomorrow. That is going to be on Bree's channel. And
the next one.
And the next Swoon Sisters is going to be For the Doctor by Nikki Sloan. That's December 5th. So it was Sunday, I believe. Yep, jeez. I forgot about this live show, so I technically have 5 live shows this week. Okay.
Well, does your week start on a Saturday or Monday?
My week starts on a Monday, like a normal person.
My work starts on a Saturday, so I'm like, whatever. It is what it is.
The regular 9 to 5ers. My week starts on Monday. But if I get a calendar where the week starts on Monday, it throws me off.
Sunday.
Oh yeah.
I'm just like,
Yeah.
First of all, no. Ew.
Yeah.
It's like Sunday, Monday, not Monday. What's happening here?
What's happening here? Do you not know how the days of the week are? Oh my gosh. Cats will be how someone traps Bonnie one day. Or
Seriously.
Don't give Julie ideas.
I know. She's like, oh my God, great idea.
Look, this room full of cats. All of a sudden it turns into a motorhome. Well, that can't be good. But at least there's kitties all over the place. I won't be that worried until I die. You know.
Until the murderer comes out. Like, oh, this was a trap. Got it.
I'm like, I see that now.
I see where I went wrong. Hindsight's 20/20, as they say.
True.
All right, everybody. Now that you have all the dates for all the live streams that are happening, we're gonna wrap it up. Beating the Rap.
Nice job. Nice
Thank
work.
So good, Nicole.
I'm tired. All right, everybody. Have a wonderful night. Thank you so much for joining us, and we will see you next time.